on, Phoenix Fitness Fanatics? It's Phoenix Fitness Fanatics magazine. We have our contributing writer spotlight today with Jeffrey Berger. He is our newest contributing writer, and I am so excited. I'm going to bring Jeffrey on in. He's going to boogie with me just a little bit. We're going to get the energy going here. What's going on, Jeffrey? Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here. We're both on the West Coast instead of me on the East Coast and you on the West Coast.
Yes.
It's going to be a game changer this year, that's for sure.
It's going to be a game changer, y'all. It's going to be a game changer. Awesome. Thank you so much. So welcome once again, Jeffrey. I am just so excited. I have been just looking forward to this interview, and I am so excited to be working with you. You were so amazing. So y'all, again, our newest. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jeffrey.
I'm humbled. I'm humbled for this to be working with you and the group. It's going to be an exciting year, definitely.
Definitely a game changer. So Tell me, Jeffrey, who is Jeffrey Berger? Who are you? I mean, I met this amazing man, but I know there's such a story behind you. So who's Jeffrey?
I don't know. Who is Jeffrey Berger? So that's a really loaded question. Just real short here. I was born and raised in Western New York. I am the first of 5 boys in my family. And I was kind of the black sheep because I was always away from Buffalo. Once I graduated high school, I was down in West Virginia, and then I came back home, and then I moved to New York City. I had different careers throughout my life, and I actually went to school for pre-med. And then I ended up going into New York and doing performing arts, and I was with the New York City Jazz Company. So I wanted to perform an arts career performing. Unfortunately, I fractured my back doing a rock video in New York, and that got me out of the professional performing aspect of it. And then I moved to Boston, Massachusetts, and became a software engineer. And that's kind of where I stuck for the next 25 years. Wow. And I left Boston, ended up coming back to New York for a short time, then went to Rhode Island. And now I am down in Florida and have been down there for 3 years with my husband and 3 kids, which are 4-legged kids. Zoe is my soft coated Wheaten Terrier, our soft coated Wheaten Terrier. And then we have Zorro and Zelda, 2 black cats. Oh, wow. So that's a little bit about me, but and the funny thing is now I've circled around. I started out in, the medicine, but I've ended up in holistic, in the holistic platform, if you will. So that's a little bit about my background. So I've been blessed and have been very, very fortunate in many aspects.
Wow, that's fantastic. I mean, you've been kind of all over the place.
Yes.
Now,
variety is the spice of life.
It really is. I tell you, I mean, a lot of people thought I was going to be a veterinarian. When we talk about the fur babies, I have been around animals. I used to have, when I was a couple years old, I would go out into the backyard and my parents would watch out the window and there would be this butterfly that would come and land on my nose. And it did it for a little while. And, butterflies don't live forever. So it did it for a while. And it was like, wow, she's going to be doing something with animals. And I always brought home the stray animals. It didn't matter what it was. So to not be doing anything but loving on animals now.
Super.
So when it comes to the holistic side, what got you into just, the holistic, being a holistic health coach? What got you into that?
Yeah, that's a really great question. So actually the last, I would say 20 to 25 years of my life, I was working really hard in corporate America. And in my 40s, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And, I was basically managing that through, Western medicine. Obviously, that was the route that I grew up with and we all grew up with for the most part. And I left corporate America in 2016 because I was totally burnt out. And I was not happy with what I was doing, and I wanted to do something with more meaning. So I went on a little journey about 2 years. And then in 2018, I was introduced to the Holistic Chamber of Commerce, believe it or not, when I moved down to Florida. And when my doctor told me to that she needed to put me on a 6th medication, I said, no, absolutely not. So that's when I just said, that's when I took control of my own health and said, there's got to be another way, because I was following in the footsteps of my father, because my father has passed of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, leg amputation, which is, a result of type 2 diabetes. And then a couple of years later, his sister passed away, and then his youngest brother did. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm next in line here. And I said, I need to break that family tradition, because my doctor said, oh, you grew up, your genetics, you're predisposed to type 2 diabetes, and you have to manage it with medication, which is not true.
It's not true at all.
Exactly. So, and then I started to do deep dives and really doing my own research and getting out there. And during that journey, I discovered and was introduced to the microbiome, which is the gut, brain, heart axis health, a science that I truly believe is disrupting the health and wellness industry today, because gut health is really the root of all disease at this particular point. And during that journey, I was able to understand the importance of our gut microbiome, which plays a significant role in physical and mental wellness, because I was also living with decades of anxiety, depression, and stress at a 10 plus. So, but today, 3 years into this, I'm type 2 diabetic. I've reversed it. I've lost 60 pounds. I've come up with 5 medications, and I have reduced my stress, anxiety, and depression down from a 10 plus down to a 1, with absolutely no depression whatsoever in the last 3 years. So that is, a godsend in itself. And I came back for my new doctor, because my old doctor, 3 months after I came off of the 5 medications, kicked me out of her office. So, because I wasn't a paying pharmaceutical customer for her.
Wow.
So, but my doctor said, you're in the best health you've been in over 25 years. So whatever you're doing, keep doing what you're doing.
Right.
So
you got to have those doctors right there, the ones that are not trying to push the medications and are really trying to give you kudos for trying to find those natural ways to help this.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's why I became certified as a holistic wellness coach, because I have 2 certifications. One is a health and integrative wellness coach, and then a certified holistic mental wellness coach, because the gut health does have a tremendous responsibility in regards to mental health. So with that, I became a certified coach, because I want to be able to be out there and provide value, vision, information, and hope. The biggest thing is hope, because I was at really a dead end, because I was miserable. And I am a 2-time attempted suicide survivor as well. So with that journey, on top of childhood molestation and chemical dependency, I've gone through, a roller coaster of a life, but I was meant to be here to do something, and I feel I've met that challenge. That not the challenge, but also what I'm meant to do, and I'm really excited about what I'm doing, and plan to help more and more people, and just kind of open up the door to say, hey, there are safe protocols that are out there, and they work, and it's just a matter of finding it. Just keep looking, keep looking, keep looking. So
definitely, and they're all around us,
Yes.
if you just look, and really, and it's get active, I mean, that's one of the number one things we have to do. That's the huge thing. I mean, me being a fitness coach, I'm always saying you have to get active. There are those, when you look at someone like The Rock and you look at his cheat day. Of course, The Rock, he works out for 4 hours a day, pretty much every day, but he's able to eat what he wants to because he's putting his body through what it's supposed to
Sure.
go through in order to burn those calories. And
exactly,
and he's eating the right things too. I mean, even when he's cheating, he's still, he's on point. So
yeah.
So, and it's so interesting how, how the gut and the brain work, because I recently started kind of digging into it a little bit myself, and I'm looking at the way sugar really, in the morning, if you start your day in the morning with something that is filled with sugar, you crave it all day. And towards the end of the day, you're edgy and you're just, you're out of sorts. And I've really been watching this, especially looking at, like the teens and stuff that I've been around as well. And it's just interesting, and just trying to change that. Like, okay, let's get away from all the processed yuckiness, guys, and let's eat let's go ahead and eat the fruits and vegetables that we need to.
With the natural sugars. Yeah. I call sugar the legal cocaine of the world because it's in everything, and it's addictive. And it destroys the microbiome, and it also interacts with your mental health.
Yeah.
Because when you're craving that sugar and you don't have it, your brain just starts triggering. It's like, I got to have it.
Right.
And,
And that's where you're getting angry.
And that was one of my problems, because I had candy bars every day. That was my energy. But being able to clean up your microbiome and being taught how to properly eat, your taste buds change, and you don't have those cravings that you do with that. So, which is great. So,
when you go to those natural sugars, and then, I know for myself, I'm a chocoholic. So I eat dark chocolate if I want it. If I have milk chocolate, it is so sweet to me, where I'm just like, whew, I can only eat very little. So it's my body's changed to where I just don't want that. So
you don't want it. Right. Yeah. That's what we're teaching.
So with the microbiome, share with the viewers really the importance of this amazing body temple system.
Yeah, so this is really an innate system, and it's just and first of all, it goes back to basically Hippocrates saying all disease starts in the gut. But in actuality, the Microbiome Project started in 2006, and it was a big undertaking in regards to really understanding gut health. There were a lot of things in the late 1800s, early 1900s, but it really kicked off in 2006. And over the last 4 to 5 years, they've been publishing the clinical studies, the research, and everything to do around this in medical and scientific journals. What they've discovered is it's just a massive communication system. And, the body temple, it's created of human cells, of microbiota, microorganisms, and viruses. Those are the main entities on top of your organs and your other systems. So they all work synergistically together, and they create their own chemicals. Okay. And the gut is where everything starts, because almost 90% of your neurotransmitters are created in your gut. And those neurotransmitters flow through the vagus nerve, which is the biggest nerve that connects to all of the different systems in your body, to the brain and then to the heart. Because the gut, the brain, the gut, and the heart are 3 hearts. They through this project, they've discovered that there's 3 hearts. They all talk to each other, and they have their own communication highways in regards to that. And when you're feeding your gut with the right protocols, it flourishes. And that is what helps you live a vibrant life. And my business is abundance and optimum wellness. And I believe we all should be living in an abundance and optimum wellness, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially today. And when I do my workshops, I talk to people about, you really need to focus on the foods that you're consuming and the pharmaceuticals, because you've got this beautiful system, temple, And when you start introducing it to the foods that have chemical preservatives
Right.
and the fast foods that are out there that are not good for you and the pharmaceuticals, then you're starting a dysbiosis and you're starting that disruption. And
Yeah.
it starts with leaky gut because our gut lining is only one cell layer thick. And once you break that down, it's like you take a brick wall and the bricks are the cells and the mortar is the lining. Once you break through that, then everything from your gut goes into your bloodstream. And that starts your leaky gut process. And if you don't repair that right away, then it just goes off into a plethora of all kinds of diseases. We've got IBS and, then you get Crohn's. And then, I mean, I could go on and on and on. Most of these diseases in the last 20 and 30 years were never around 50 to 100 years ago.
Yeah. I had not even really heard of IBS, until the last few years. And
Right.
Now it's true though that like a lot of people have leaky gut syndrome and don't even know it.
Right. We have leaky gut because we're eating the chemically, processed foods. The other thing I want to bring up here is that people don't know what oh my gosh, I just lost the word now. It's a chemical in Roundup and glyphosate. Thank you. Glyphosate. Glyphosate is a chemical in Roundup, which is a pesticide that was created by Monsanto, which is a pharmaceutical chemical producing company to ward off insects. Glyphosate was patented in 1974 as an antibiotic, and that's when they started to inject it into the genes of corn and soy to ward off insects. But what the insects didn't eat, who ate it? Who's eating it? We are.
Wow.
Because corn and soy is a massive food filler, and we've been consuming any of those products that were made with corn and soy as a filler. We've been consuming that for decades. Now, in the last 3 years, 2 to 3 years, I've been seeing reports on cancer diagnosis from glyphosate.
Wow.
And this is and now and we all know about the non-GMO. Well, that's the GMO, genetically modified, and this is the chemical that is out there. And I saw an article by I think it was an approval by the FDA allowed X percentage of glyphosate in cereal. So it's like, wait a minute, there should be no glyphosate in cereal.
No.
But they allow certain chemicals. And so, the research that I've done over the last couple of years is just mind-blowing. It's out there. It's out there on the internet. When I was a teen, we didn't have the internet when I was growing up. And you didn't have the access to this information. And what's out there is pretty scary, unfortunately. So, but it's now. And this is what I want to share, and Monsanto, a agricultural chemical company, owns 69 food companies.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like opens up, your eyes to reality.
It's time to start growing. It's time to start growing our own food,
Right.
And that's what a lot of people that's what I'm seeing a lot of people doing, especially here in California, and you're seeing a lot of the community, like the little community gardens and things where you can even rent some of the space and, grow your own food. So I'm looking forward to trying to do something like that because I definitely want to, make sure that I'm staying away from all these different things. Like I was recently really looking at all of the labels. Like I look at certain labels, and I have since since the start of my journey, but now I've really been looking at, things that I hadn't been before, and I'm seeing soy in everything, in every single thing.
Yeah.
And it is definitely mind blowing to me because, unless you're going to, the organic, and you're looking at just, you got to look at those things that only have just, 1 or 2 ingredients.
Exactly. Yeah. And these food companies are getting really smart because if you can't read what's on the label, then it's a chemical.
Yeah.
And these food companies go out to chemical companies to have them create a preservative that's addictive. And when I in my workshop, I say, I bet you can't eat one. And that's where, it's like, I need more. I want more. I want more. I want more. And that's the thing that's happening in the gut, because it's creating that the bad microbiota that's screaming in your gut, feed me, feed me, feed me, feed me.
Yeah. And then you're looking around and you're seeing where we have, our society, there's a lot of obesity, our children,
Yes.
especially our children.
Yes.
I've got a couple of my son's friends that I would just love to help, but, how do you have that conversation with that 16, 17-year-old, that thinks they know it all. So,
right.
But I do look around and I see more and more and more of our young people, that are. So we really need to start watching that. Parents out there, let's start, watching what our kids are eating. Let's pull away from, all that processed food.
Right.
I remember growing up, my mom would always cook for us, and now it's, let's pop something in,
from the freezer.
Let's go take the Pop-Tart or whatever. Right. But yeah, I remember having those wholesome, good meals growing up. So
yes.
We need to get back to that.
We need to get back to that. And, Tiffany, the thing that I found is that we have the body it's an amazing system. And when you start treating it right, it's amazing how fast you start to feel better and things really change. And it's just, and it could be a couple of months, but a couple of months is better than no months at all.
Right.
Because when I was on my journey, I wanted to quit so many times, but I was at a point where my doctor, I was 130, no, not 130 pounds, 230 pounds. And my doctor considered me obese. And I'm like, oh my God, so, but I worked and all I saw was my father. And it's like, I'm not going to be him. I'm not going to be him. Because right now I'm 3 years away from when he passed away. And he had 5 heart attacks he had 5 bypasses by 58.
Wow.
And then he had a leg amputation at 62. So I've passed all of that.
Yeah. So,
and it's really important because we can live a longer life and as much as possible until the man upstairs wants to take you. So,
right. Yeah. So when you look at different societies out there, you look at some of the Asian cultures and you do the research on them. They're, living into their hundreds. And you see, you see the grandma and grandpa, 90 years old walking up a hill, carrying buckets, things like that. And it's one, what they eat, and two, it's the stress as well. I mean, they meditate and do all those things, stay quiet. I think that us as Americans, we need to learn how to just be still.
Yes.
Be still.
That's pretty much, yeah. I mean, I think the systems that we have in place has created a culture where it's go, 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 go.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, families, moms and dads are working 2 and 3 jobs because they can't make ends meet. And the economy doubles every 2 to 3, it doubles every 10 years. So, but your salaries don't, so it's a vicious cycle. It really is.
Yeah. So now you have a program that you're starting on the 5th, the 5th time on January 17th, right? What is that? What is that all about?
Yeah. So this is the program that I actually was in the pilot project for back in 2018. And I really dove into it. So it was November and December. And then January is when I really, really dove into this for my own health.
Yeah.
And it basically is a 15-week program where I'm coaching individuals and teaching them about what's the program is SENSE, SENSE. So it's supplementation, exercise, nutrition, stress management, and evaluation. And at the end of each month, we reevaluate where are we after a 4-week period of really understanding. We have to do supplementation because our Our farmlands are so depleted from the nutrients because of the chemicals that they spray. It's just destroyed. And right now they're saying in 65 years, if we don't do something, we'll have no quality farmland at all. It's pretty much depleted. So what's the right supplementation, and educating them about looking at science-backed, clinically trialed protocols. Then we talk about exercise, and then the right nutrition and stress management, because there's all different types of modalities, and they're real small on a daily basis that you bring into this whole program of body brain biome. And we're basically teaching about GBX. GBX is gut brain access, and talk about this new lifestyle. It's a lifestyle change, because I don't go to McDonald's anymore. I don't go to Burger King anymore. I don't go to fast food restaurants anymore. So it starts out with those little changes, and how do I make those changes? And yeah, people fall on their face second weekend, fourth weekend. We all do. I did. But it's a matter of just getting back up. Okay, I did that. I learned from it. Now I move on. And it's a day by day, step by step. So with this program, that's the essence of it, really educating the individual. And my coaching actually comes for free. My objective is I want to get people healthy. I want them to really understand and embrace this new science about health and wellness from a physical and a mental perspective. And that's the reason I'm doing my free coaching. It's an accountability check-in. We check in every Sunday for 30 minutes or so, depending on the size of the group. How are things going? What's working? What's not working? Well, why don't you think it's not working? What do you think you could do different that would make it work? What, and things like that. So that's where the coaching comes in. And then with that, there are videos and some PowerPoint presentations that if people want to, it's by choice, they can do a deep dive and really understand the significance of the microbiome and how it interacts with physical and mental health. And then I've got a daily journal that people can opt into. It's given to them, and they can log in all of what they're doing and do like a history. Where did I start? Where am I at 30 days? Where am I at 60 days? And where am I at 90 days? And then kind of reevaluate where are you and where do you need to go? What's the next step? So that's the program. And the science that we're really wrapping around is really significant, and we're just scratching the surface with this microbiome stuff. And it's going to be really exciting because we've got some really great stuff in the pipeline for 2022, year of transformation.
Year of transformation.
So that's the program that I've pulled together for people.
Wow, that sounds like a magnificent program. Definitely does. I mean, it all runs hand in hand. Like you said, the mind, body, spirit, and even that financial, it definitely does all run hand in hand. So,
well, here's the thing is that, my coaching, as I said, comes for free. I calculate it's over $1,000 in coaching. All right. The program is like $274 a month. It breaks down to $9 a day. What's your health worth? $9 a day. That's 2 Starbucks cups of coffee.
That's right.
And $9 a day is nothing to work on your health on top of the free coaching. So, but that's what I'm here to do, and I'm very, very humbled to be working with the people that have said, you know what, I want to evaluate this. I want to do something for my own health, because it's a choice. You have to make a choice to say, okay, now is the time. I'm going to take a focus on my health, and I need to do it. So,
and don't wait until it's too late. When you have something that is going on.
And it's funny that you say that, Tiffany, because during my 20 years of this, it's like, okay, and I'm typical. Okay, it's in regards to, okay, well, I'm really busy with work. I don't have time. Well, you know what? That time gets away from you year after year after year after year. And you have to take control as soon as possible. And I regret it, but I learned from it. But I'm better off now if I hadn't taken that leap of faith and the hope, because I was really looking for hope, because I had gotten so bad when I really didn't have to back then.
Yeah.
So, yeah, absolutely.
So I hear you talking about this happy juice and stuff, and we've talked about it a couple times. Oh, he's got the happy juice. Hey.
Yeah.
So what is that happy juice all about, Jeff? Tell me about the happy juice.
So we have 23 products with the company that I've aligned with. It's the only company that actually it's the only holistic mental wellness company that does focus on the microbiome. And we have products that are science-backed, clinical trial, plant-based, vegan-friendly, and award-winning. And what we've been doing over the last year and a half is kind of like what we call stacking. We've got a set of packs that mental fitness pack, fundamentals pack, and different types of packs like that focus on certain things. So what we've done is we've taken a product from this pack and this pack and this pack to see what if we put these products together and see what they would do. So that's what we did with this Happy Juice pack, because we launched a product called Edge, which focuses on mood, motivation, and metabolism. The metabolism part is more on the visceral fat level. And those of us, I was actually in the trial of that one for 30 days, and I had amazing, I call euphoric experience, amazing results with it. And so did a lot of the other people who were testing it. Then we launched the product. And what we found is some of the people out in the market, they weren't getting any results. So we're like, oh, that's weird. What's going on? The light bulb went off. Well, we've been working on our microbiome for a year, 2 years, or 3 years. So we've been already filling our gut with clean plant-based protocols. We've been eating clean. And a lot of the people that were taking this Edge product, they were still eating at McDonald's, and they were still eating. So you're dealing with the elements of chemically processed foods and a holistic plant-based protocol. You got a war going down in your gut. And when you got more bad bacteria than you do the good bacteria, it's useless. So what we did is we took the Edge, we took the Mentabiotics, which is for the gut, part of our fundamentals, our flagship product, which focuses on the gut health. We've taken the 3 top pro strains of probiotics that aid in gut repair, so it heals the gut lining, and then it aids in mental acuity, so it reduces your cortisol levels to reduce the stress and anxiety. So that we put that in there, and then we added our holistic energy drink. So it's non-chemicals, obviously, because it's holistic. You don't have all those chemicals and the high sugar content that wires people up. And so we put these 3 together and got it out in the market, and people went crazy for it. So they're working on their gut, they're working on their mood, motivation, and metabolism, and then they're getting that natural energy, that high energy motivation on top of it. And we actually trademarked Happy Juice. So and that's if people, we want people to be happy. We want people to get more motivation, because people are just like, they're just running around barely surviving. Since this went out in September, it's been a rocket sale, and people are getting really great results with it. They're starting to get their guts cleaned up, and brain fog is coming away, and some really great stuff is happening with it. So
nice.
So that's the Happy Juice. So you've got all different types of entities here working on the gut, working on the brain, bringing that all together, giving you more energy, and cleaning up that whole communication arena down there. So
Now, when when the product comes, does it come in, is it like a powder that you mix just in your water? Or?
Yeah, so it is there are 3 powders, and just mix it in the water, and shake it up, and drink it in in the morning. It gives you a really good boost, and you're really good to go for the day. I personally do the edge. I drink it all day long.
Okay.
So and
you
that's
don't
my
have,
preference.
like that crash or anything like that, because how some of the drinks will
No.
have kind of that crash. So
Yeah, no, you don't. You don't have that crash after like an hour to 2 hours after you drink like a Red Bull or Monster, anything like that. In fact, I've got I had my roofer guy was drinking Red Bulls, and he saw me drinking this pink drink. He said, "What's that pink drink?" I said, "Oh, you really want to know what this pink drink is? Here, so I gave him a taste of it. He said, "Oh, that's really good." So I said, "Well, this is what it is." He has stopped Red Bull. He doesn't drink any of those energy drinks. He is drinking this all day long. He said it gives him energy. His brain fog is gone. And he is so hyped up because it's all natural and it's holistic. So he's really enjoying it. And so, it's the other thing too is our products are I say they're risk free, because you have up to 365 days to try them out. If you seriously think that they don't work for you, then you can send it back for a full refund.
Wow.
We have a 3% return rate.
That's amazing that a company would give you basically a year to try their product. And then if you come back and say, "Hey, I know, this did not work for me. I don't want this."
Yeah. Well, I said the same. I said the same thing in the beginning, and Dr. Sean said, "Well, think about it, Jeff. People have been destroying their guts for decades. It's not going to happen overnight." Now, it took me 9 months to get results that were really, really good. Other people get some better results after a month, after 2 months, but minimally, it's 3 months. You need to give this product line 3 months in order to get through your body, because it works at the microscopic level. You're not going to complete something that's been destroyed for years or decades. It's going to take time to repair that. Right. And Dr. Sean says generally, but within 3 months, you're going to start to feel something. So I didn't start to feel anything until the 6th month, but I was on 5 medications.
Right. I was going to say, your body had to get rid of all that other stuff that was
right
in there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. Now I won't go a day without it. It's food. It's food.
Yeah. So when your body has that good stuff, it craves the good stuff. And when you don't have it, it's like, wait, what's going on? What are you doing?
Yes. So. And I as a coach, even when I reversed my diabetes and all that stuff, in the 10th month, I stopped. It's like going to the gym. If you want to go to the gym to be healthy, you go to the gym for 5 months or 10 months, and you get all pumped up, you get energized, and then you stop. What happens?
It all goes away.
It all goes away. So it's the same thing with this lifestyle change. It's a change that you add things to and keep going with it.
Right.
So that's what I did, and I've also done the route where I've gone back to bad food. And I just wanted to see what it would do for me from a physical and a mental perspective. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like amazing, because my body really rejected these foods that I used to eat, and the foods that I used to really, really love. I don't like them anymore.
Yeah. Isn't that kind of amazing how your body does that though?
Yes, and that's where I said, as you make those small incremental changes, your body's going to really crave for that good stuff, because that's what that's what it really wants. And when you're feeding it the bad stuff, it's just like blah.
Yeah, exactly. Just kind of get all
that's what's really, really cool. Yeah. So
there's a new never before on the market product launch tomorrow, right? So that's this Friday with the brand new science. So what is that all about? I know you've been kind of talking to me a little bit about that. So
Yeah.
share with us.
So I'm like totally stoked about this, because here's the thing is that I lost 60 pounds, which is a really great amount of weight to lose. And but I still had some more weight to go. And actually it's going to be another, probably, I'm going to say 20 pounds. I want to get down. Yeah, no, in fact, it's going to be 30 more pounds.
Okay.
Why? I got down to 170. I am back up to 190 again. All right. And why was that? Because stress is a weight killer.
Yes, it is.
Stress, when you bring your cortisol levels up, it for mostly for guys, but it does happen with women. We store those high cortisol levels in our gut.
Belly, yeah.
Okay. And what I've come to, and this past year, I've gone through 6 deaths in my family. Although I had amazing stress resilience, I was really good stress from that perspective, because I'm able to take that stress or that anxiety, even though it's at 1, it'll go up to a 2 or a 3, but I evaluate rather than react.
Yeah.
So that's the difference, because I used to react, but I was able to evaluate. But I'm like, Dr. Sean, why is this weight here? He said, Jeff, you've been under a lot of stress. You've had 6 deaths in your family, and you've been managing selling a house, and you've been, taking care of your brother before he passed away, and being caretaker, and you got all that kind of stuff going on. So it kind of resided down here. Yeah. And he said, furthermore, as we get older, the communication kind of dwindles down there, because earlier I said it's a big communication thing. So this new quad biotic, I'm sure, you've heard about this. And if our audience has heard, we've got, you got the prebiotics and the probiotics and the phytobiotics. The pre feed the pro, and the phyto makes the environment for the pre and the pro to live synergistically together and kind of flourish and make that gut flora really happy. Now there's a postbiotic, and this postbiotic is a dead probiotic that signals your gut not to store fat.
Wow.
So, and this is brand new science. There is no product out in the market that is like this. And there are 50 people on the pre-launch of this. Are having amazing results with this. And it regulates some, your blood sugars. I'll say help regulate blood sugar. It helps you even sleep better. Works on your stress, and it gets rid of the fat, the fat layers. So I think, if I remember correctly, I think a woman had lost up to 18 pounds in 30 days.
Nice.
And, inches off of the waist. So yeah, so I'm kind of excited, because that's going to be my journey of 2022, because I do provide a holistic wellness assessment for people to, where do you fall on the continuum, the mental wellness continuum. I started out at a 2, which was diseased, anxiety, stress, all that kind of stuff. And then I went up to, over the last 3 years, I finally hit a 9, which was just at the end of just a year ago now. But then I went back to Buffalo in January after my mom passed on the 14th, which is actually tomorrow. A year she'll be gone. But then that next 10 to 12 months was more stress. And so it brought my number down to 7-8. And I just posted, it was either yesterday or maybe this morning it was. I'm back at an 8 because I took the test again. Now I want to hit a 10. I'm going to hit a 10 by the end of this year, because that's where you are just really going. You've got energy. Your stress resilient is tip top, and so that's what I'm helping people work on. So this particular product is going to be that clincher for me to be able to get that weight off. And it does have an intermittent fasting aspect to it, because there is a program in regards to, really focusing on this. So it's eat, sleep, and move. Those are the 3 entities that are associated with this. And I'm excited. I'm going to learn about this this weekend. and it's going to be available to the public. However, I'm going to jump in because I don't want to forget this. I'm putting in a link into this broadcast after we get off here. For those that are listening, today is the last day. Is there any rush? No. Oh, yes, there is. So the link is going to actually get you. It's an automated shopping cart. And that shopping cart will have a code in there to get a free bottle of this purple pill. I can't make the announcement of what the name is right now, but you get the free purple pill if you decide to, purchase the Happy Juice pack as a, as a free coming on board as evaluating this product line. So that ends today. It'll end at midnight Pacific Standard Time. And then that code will come off, and we'll see what the next codes are, because we're always having specials for our customers and for our wellness partners, because we want to make them happy. And they're always happy saving money, and they're happy drinking their Happy Juice.
Right. And they feel good.
And they feel good. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and put up the link for you guys to be able to get in contact with Jeff as well. So now, if you were to plant one seed for our listeners who are really stuck and out there looking for solutions that are safe and that work today, or those that catch the replay, what would that be?
Yeah, that's a great question. My response to that is to leave your options open to getting information. Information is power. Information it's scary, but it's informative. And I think that, I was at a point where I was looking for hope, and I was looking and I came across information. I was like blown away. And what I find is people are running scared because they're afraid to make that step and get out of their comfort zone. Well, I've been doing this for so long, and I was too. I mean, I'm following my doctor's order, and maybe I should follow my doctor's order because that's what I'm supposed to do. Right. Well, no, take control of your life, because I'm not taking away from the medical profession, because this is what they were taught in school, and that's okay. But in the next breath, it's not okay, because the objective is to get to the root of the cause, and this is where we are getting to the root of the cause. Keep your options open and get information, because you are in control of your body temple. You have to make the decisions of what resonates with you. Right. And I go back to the gut feeling. If you're getting a gut feeling, it's like, this sounds really interesting. Well, get out of your comfort zone and go try it. You've got nothing to lose. And that is my advice, is keep your options open to getting some information and getting educated, because there is, with the internet, there's so much out there that's available to us, because many of us we're at a point where we're sick and tired of being sick and tired doing the same thing, not getting any better. We were getting worse. Why are we getting worse? We should be getting better, but we're not. Now I know why.
Yeah.
And that's the reality. Unfortunately, we're in an era where our systems out there are failing us.
Right.
And unfortunately, it's all about making money. It's not about getting to the root cause of what's really the underlying factor. And the underlying factor is our processed foods and our pharmaceuticals.
Right. It all stores within our body.
Yeah. And pharmaceuticals, they have their place. I'm the first to raise my hand. Give me that morphine when I'm passing a kidney stone. But I don't need morphine 24/7 for years after years. It's like, get me through that. Now I need to heal from that thing. So, and that's my feeling. And from the research that I've done, it's just a temporary fix. It's a Band-Aid. Get to the root. So
yeah. Look at those natural options out there, because those are usually the ones that are really going to work for us. You know, the teas and essential oils are, amazing. Just getting stress, getting the stress out of your just area, out of yourself, out of your space. That right there is a healer all in itself, you know.
Right.
And people don't realize that, because like you said, we've been programmed to, hey, you know what, go to the doctor, do what the doctor says. But there are so many different options out there. I'm pretty much completely holistic myself. And yeah, it was the best thing that I could have done for myself.
The good man upstairs put plants here for a reason.
That's right.
All right. And what really baffles me is when you have on supplementation, go to your doctor and get your doctor's recommendation or approval. Well, how can you go to your doctor? Because your doctor only had like 4 hours worth of nutrition training in all of med school. They know nothing about plants. They know nothing about nutrition.
Right. Yeah.
You have to find
do your research and reach out to people like Jeff here, that are educated on, the other side as well, because there definitely is two sides to this coin in the getting healthy. So most
big time, absolutely.
Well, Jeff, this has just been such a pleasure. Is there any other final thoughts, any final words that you want to share with the audience today?
I think, well, this is your audience, and I'm really humbled. I'm blessed, and I'm really, really excited to be a contributing author and provide some wisdom, some knowledge, and some nuggets about mental health in, the Phoenix Fitness Fanatics magazine, and coming out on the cover in January in just a couple of days, and being able to be part of the tribe. I'm really excited, and people just reach out to me if you have any questions. Please, definitely, I'm here to guide you any which way that I know as of now, and I'm constantly growing and learning, and thrilled to be part of this group. So.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jeff. So as Jeff just said, he is our January cover guy this month. And the issue will be out on the 15th. So definitely look for that. I've got down on the ticker, subscribe to Phoenix Fitness Fanatics magazine so you can check out Jeff. He will be in there every month giving y'all some nice information on how to get that gut healthy and how to get that brain and that gut all running the way it's supposed to. So definitely reach out to Jeff if anything today has resonated with you. If you're interested in getting any of his products, you're interested in getting some of that happy juice like I am, that purple pill, I am definitely interested in finding out about as well, because you know what? It is about to be, let's get ready for the summer. Okay. So we only got a few months and it goes very quickly. So thank you so much, Jeff, for joining us today. It has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for joining our team. Welcome to the family.
Thank you.
I look forward to working with you.
Ditto. Same here. And mental fitness is the new physical health.
Yes. Amen. Definitely is. Thank you so much, Jeff.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Bye, all.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for yet another Phoenix Fitness Fanatics magazine contributing writer spotlight. Today we had our new contributing writer, Jeff Berger, in the house, our holistic wellness coach. So thank you so much for joining us. I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. Take care.